Companions? Oh yeah, they still leveled up. Still don't know about that. I'll do this one. Yep. Let's do this one as well. Okay. Probably not the best choice, but
Is it bad that, despite being in the middle of a war,
Thought we were getting
quite
here in time
excited
for
to
a
see
ceasefire,
Matriarch's
but
Mercy?
instead we've got whatever that was falling out of the sky.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
I'm not a refugee.
Ah, I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
Okay. What is the zone?
I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out.
Something tells me that's where I'm gonna go. Space Ranger. You have it. You guys take it
Our
seriously?
predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts.
Right. But the refugee encampment is supposed to be safe.
Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here.
Is there a rule number 3?
Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Okay.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple. I remember this.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders,
I swear,
Order defecting,
it's nigh on impossible
no
to
putting
find
this
decent
sprat
animal
back into the
remains in these
can.
parts.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
a wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed.
Algorithmic dissonance?
Plain and simple.
Don't even like the sound of it. How could something be incalculable? Why the And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
Usually perform advanced calculations.
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the Crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
So you're just mathing out here publicly?
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. They must be exceptionally pleased with the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy. Numbers here are pretty compelling. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Oh, yeah. Most people need more medicine and water to be happy.
We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time.
Let's get back to it.
Then back to it I shall get.
Bang. Sorry, I thought I was gonna get a quest.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling up. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
5.
Oh,
Public health,
you want me
man.
to keep sickness to myself? Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shame and fear. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified
teeth?
skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one. I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends. You
Just
too.
feel better,
Trust
man.
me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
God, he caught
How long
skinny
are we meant to
teeth.
stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Look for a satchel.
Broke my nose last scrap. Or, I guess Raleigh Dortmunder did, huh? I still don't get any of this.
We shoot on sight.
My noggin. I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
I got no idea what you guys are talking about.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this. What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borstloaf. Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Okay.
The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
Hey.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees.
It's on your mind.
The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Maybe, maybe not.
It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
You're right.
But nothing's ever really free, is it?
No.
I went through this myself when Anti's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
Oh, they're regaining human shields. Good
The
point.
thought has crossed my mind, though I reckon we might have seen concrete proof of that by now. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
A lot is happening lately.
Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in deep with the Order.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know a whole lot about them, but I don't reckon fanatical is part of their employee code of conduct. And as you've seen, that kind of loyalty can pose a real problem to everyone else. But we'll track her down before it comes to a head. Don't you worry.
We'll talk later. Bye.
Apologies, outsider.
Very good.
As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
What if our problem is not to take up too much of your time?
Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment.
Do you ever get enraged?
Oh, yes. Though I must admit, some looked quite startled when I spoke on our schism with the Protectorate earlier. In retrospect, I may have started to yell in my enthusiasm. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on Order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
Razzle-dazzle. You think people are listening?
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions.
Look at that. 2 new bounties. Oh.
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing.
You did?
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
Is anyone injured in the fell?
Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former antis like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenberg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
The Order's doing their best.
They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much.
Oh, I didn't mean to pull that out. Good thing I didn't shoot. Why is that not stealing what scrap metal is?
Tired of vacuously untrue statements with their unsatisfying antecedents? At the Order of the Ascendant, our predictions are both sufficient and necessary for your positive outcomes. Come by our predictory today, where we will share with you our deductions and their contrapositive implications.
What would this do? Just some experience points, probably.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
No.
Oh, a visitor. Without notice.
No. How you doing?
Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order projection. I mean, prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
You're fond of these, predictions, huh?
I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rollo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one. As a laugh, everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
Could be just, with incidents.
Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done, had told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water.
So the Order's predictions have helped you.
You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Nope. Okay.
We're not going anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction.
What happened to this
The
place?
so-called
Law.
exclusion zone is
Matriarch's
where we
mercy is no
stake
safer
our
than the
claim.
trenches.
Stand
Look on
with
the
me
bright side.
in defense
I
of freedom.
predict that the worst is behind us.
Please keep your behavior
What
within
the-
acceptable parameters.
Okay. Guessing you have something to say.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me.
I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
Earth Directive, Alex. And you are?
May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
You don't care much for the Order, do you?
What little I understand, I actually sort of admire. I mean, from where I'm sitting, they hold the most potential. If only they worked harder to realize it. Because really, at the end of the day, ill intent and neglect feel pretty much the same. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
What was that you mentioned about the exclusion zone?
The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
Sure, the Order has your safety in mind.
This camp keeps us safe from the war. And now the Order wants to keep us safe from the camp? Where are we supposed to go? I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but maybe you'll have better luck.
No. Maybe I'll give it a try.
Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
No, well, nothing in there.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our
See what's down here.
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
Do me a kindness and mosey on.
You got business? No? Move on.
The first one. I helped an agent of yours in Fairfield.
You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in. Don't do anything foolish.
Well, I'm gonna try saving here just in case.
Hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband.
Ooh. Well, if you're so good, and why you're operating out of a refugee camp?
Superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide, and Sub Rosa delivers at only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling!
Cereal? I guess goods. I admire that.
Why, I thank you. Takes a unique sort to appreciate the finer points of illegal smuggling.
What do you stand for in the war?
We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Auntie's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry.
See what you got.
Idle browsers will be escorted from the premises.
Just 2 of the keys. Oh, look at that. The engineering one. Incoming damage may change defense mode. Light damage deals less than 10% of maximum health. Enables 10% damage resistant mode. Heavy damage exceeds 10% of maximum health. Enables 30% evasion chance mode. Okay. You need 2 of the keys. And all you have to end is you.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
Irvin Mudge sent me.
Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
So they fight using stand-ins?
Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilized pugilists, and a cicanid to feed.
Okay.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for Duarte's nose.
Don't feel like no stand-in.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Oh, I thought there was an actual card over here. I think I talked to everybody outside. You were bald for a second.
I'm not in the prediction business.
Law. I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recalled libations light at the thruster.
The predetermined order to the
Smells
entire
about the same
universe.
too.
We can put it together in a decimal.
Oh, you just immediately standing right there, huh? Oh. That's a lot of letters. I'll have to talk to you. I'll have to talk to you.
By the law. It's you.
No. 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 Okay.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Man, look at your gear, man. Okay, first off, let's talk to her first.